So I don't want to talk to her. I distance myself away from her completely, because I feel like I'm being lied to. A couple days later, I get a phone call from Eli. He tells me how Mel is so upset that, you know, her and I had this blown out, and how he already explained to me how he's a real person and blah blah blah. And I'm just like not even trying to hear it at this point. Okay, so a couple months down the line, I completely stopped talking to Mel. You proved to me too many times that this may be you, and you're still not admitting to it. A couple months down the line, she calls me. She asks me to meet up over dinner. This was some real love and hip hop, because anytime we had to talk, it was usually over dinner. So I'm like, I don't want to give her a chance, because I really feel in my heart of hearts, I feel like she lied to me. But this is also somebody that knows a lot of my personal business, because I felt so close to her in such a short amount of time, that whenever we did talk and share intimate moments, like, it was unfiltered, and it was something I felt comfortable with at the time. So I said, do I really want to create an enemy out of somebody that knows so much about me? Even though we had no mutual friends aside from Eli, do I really, you know, want to make an enemy out of her? So I said, all right, cool, we could go meet. We met up for dinner. She explained to me why, again, the whole iCloud situation, why I should believe her, how she's not really like looking for anything out of it, and why would she ever do something like that? She got too much going on in her life to ever pretend to be somebody that she's not. In my head, I'm like, girl, I think you just wanted a friend, because you and I have been hanging out almost every day. I rarely see you hang out with anybody else aside from one person who you say you hang out with like once in a while. I think you wanted a friend. I think you tried to like bait me with a man, as opposed to just, I said, honestly, you should just send me a friend request on Facebook. In my head, I'm thinking you should just send me a friend request on Facebook and ask to be my friend, because I don't believe either one of y'all. After that talk, I'm not gonna lie, she had something on me. I had a soft spot for her, because I really felt connected to her. We start hanging out again. I know it's stupid, but we start hanging out again. My mom is pretty much telling me, like, Lee, she is lying to you, and I don't understand why you keep hanging out with her. And I'm like, I know she's lied to me, and I know I've seen it with my own two eyes. I said, but I had a lot of fun with her. It wasn't like she was going to be in my future wedding, but I just had a lot of fun with her, and at that time, I didn't get that, you know, from anyone else. We were still hanging out. All right, now let's fast forward to what happened. A couple months go by after that last time we sat down, and we were still hanging a little bit after that, but after that last time we sat down, we hadn't hung out as much. She asked me, she like, Dad, I haven't seen you in a while, like, let's hang out. Now at this time, I had already gotten back with my boyfriend, so I was not interested in Eli or any man at that time at all. Her and I talking was strictly for our friendship, whatever the freak you want to call it. Well, I didn't have a problem with that. Now at this time, I had already did my investigative research, figured out who she knew or who was mutual friends with her. I done blocked her on every social media. It was such a backward ass friendship. Like, we were cool on the surface, but deep down I'm like, I don't trust you. I don't trust you. The only reason why I'm hanging out with you is because you provide Henny and we have a good time. But other than that, I don't trust you. Like, after that, anytime we got up together, which was very rare, but when we did get up together, I would make sure I drove my car and nobody rode with me, because I did not trust her. I end up finding this person's photo on Instagram, the Eli character. I found his photo on Instagram, and I realized this was a whole nother person with a girlfriend living a whole life. So immediately, like, I felt compelled to send this person a message, and I'm about to provide the message that I sent, so y'all can see that this is like the real deal. I'm not even making this up. Let me look at my Instagram. Hold on 1 second. So I sent him a message, a photo of the message, because at this time Instagram messages were you could not send a long message. This was July 9th 2015. So I say, and this is I don't know if you guys can see it, I wrote it in my notepad and sent a screenshot. This is the actual, this is the actual flow of messages, right? All right. So I say, hi, you don't know me. However, there's something that you need to know. I swear this isn't any gimmick to try and talk to you, because this guy had a girlfriend on his page. I said, this is a very serious matter. Please call me if you can. I'll be able to explain to you exactly what I'm referring to concerning you. So he says, and I leave him a number. So he says, what is it about? I say, I apologize for being so abrupt, but someone has been impersonating you for nearly a year, and there's so much that has taken place in between that time and now. I have to explain it to you, and messaging won't suffice. You can block your number, that's perfectly fine. Because at this point, it was too much to text. I'd rather you just call me so I can explain to you that somebody is using your family's photos, not only yours, but your family's photos, pretending to be you. So I also sent him this photo. I'm gonna blur his face, but I sent him this photo of the person that put, remember when I told you guys that, oh shoot, remember when I told you guys that somebody had he sent me a photo of my name and his name on a piece of paper. So this was, why won't this, I'm trying to, I need something to, hold on, this is about to be so ghetto, but there we go. So that's the photo that had my name on. I don't know if you guys can see it. Wait, let me see. Maybe you guys can see it. I don't know if you can. Sent that, and I said, I received this along with hundreds of other photos trying to prove Eli's identity. Clearly your name isn't Elijah. This SHIT, because I was cursing at the time, I'm trying not to curse. This SHIT is sick, and I just wanted you to know what was happening. So he says, on where? Shit is annoying. I just cursed, my bad. So I said, I don't even know why or how they manage. If only you knew the half. It was going on nearly for a year. Whatever you do, please don't post this just yet, because I believe the person follows you, and I want to confront them personally before they decide to act like a coward. And by acting like a coward, that means completely falling off the face of the earth without an explanation. He says, who? I say a so-called friend whom Elijah introduced me to via phone. Her name is Mel. From my knowledge, hell, that could be a lie too. This female has literally sent me photos of your family, claimed death on some of them, so forth and so on. It's sickening. I don't know her Instagram, because at this point I did know her Instagram, but I didn't want him to know that, because I didn't want him to think this was some type of plot. So he says, so I said, I don't know your Instagram, but I'm sure that's how she found you. And this psycho SHIT started. I'm absolutely disgusted. This guy read the message, did not respond. I don't know too many people who are confronted with evidence of something and didn't respond. Now, when he didn't respond, that honestly made me think, well, maybe this is the guy and he's just fronting. I don't know. I was in such a whirlwind of emotions. I was so confused. This was real life. I could not believe this was happening to me. So yeah, so let me just, this is like real. I literally put this, you guys can see it. Like this was a whole, yeah, this is real stuff. So by this time, I had already befriended someone that both of them knew on Facebook. I don't think this guy knew that I knew both of them. So I heard that it was a party this particular weekend that Mel had invited me to. So I sent immediately, my spidey senses kicked in. I sent a text message to Mel like, hey, I know this party that's happening in Patterson, like this house party at this loft, let's go. She's like, all right, cool, send me the address. I'm like, well, I don't know it yet, because you needed a password, you needed all this fancy stuff to get in the loft. I didn't get that yet, so I knew I was working on it though. So I said, when I get the information, I'm gonna let you know. She's like, all right, cool. On that Saturday night, I get dressed. I asked my cousin, can she go with me? And I actually recruited someone else who was also a mutual friend. This world is so small. I happened to do her makeup one day, and then I saw that she was a mutual friend. I sent her a message and she was with it. She was down. She will forever be my dog for that too. So I picked her. I drive to Edison. At this time I was living in Elizabeth. I drive to Edison. What the hell? I drive to Patterson. I picked the girl up that I had did her makeup. I already got my cousin in the car. We out. Like, we out. I'm about to really try to figure this out. The girl Mel, I text her when I get there. I text her the address. I text her the password. She stops responding. Immediately stops responding. So I'm like, Now, I didn't just drive up all the way up to Patterson for no reason. I'm going to go in this loft, see what it's about, and see who this guy really is, so I can confront him. Me and my cousin and the girl, we walk into the party or whatever. It's packed. It's still lit in there. They smoking, they drinking, listen to music. It's a nice loft too, real nice. Me and my cousin and the girl, we just standing posted up or whatever. I'm just fine. I'm trying to find out who this man is and if he's actually here, because it was like a group, like a crew that was throwing this loft party. We go in there and I spot him. And y'all, first of all, let me just say his photos did him no justice. He was just as fine in person. He was fine. But he was fine. His girl is there, right? Now, the devil, I had a devil on this side and an angel on this side. The devil said, "Ho, I don't care who there. You need to confront this man right now." The angel said, "Listen, his girl is here. You need to relax, maintain your composure, collect your data, and then bounce." I said, "It is almost Sunday. Let me listen to this angel." Then my spidey senses kicked in again. I said, "Let me call all of the numbers that I've ever had for this man. see if his phone light up, because his phone was in his hand the whole time. His girl dancing on him or whatever. They look so cute together, may I add. They look so cute together and very happy together. I'm scoping so crazy. I pick up my phone. I have 3 numbers for this man. I call each and every number. I told my cousin and the girl what I was doing. I said, I need y'all to look and see if his phone lights up. If his phone lights up, then I believe Mel, and I'm just gonna apologize to her, and I'm gonna black out on him. Even though I had a boyfriend at that time, it was the principle. Like, we done been through all of this, like literally a roller coaster. I need to know what's going on, because at this time I was still receiving text messages from this Eli guy talking about, you know, asking about my relationship and kind of just interrupting my happiness. I call all 3 numbers. Like, our eyes are literally drawn to his phone. This man's phone does not light up, not one time. I called all 3 numbers several times, not one time. I got my answer. That was enough for me, because I had just got a text message the day before. That was enough for me. So I said, okay. I said, y'all ready to go? They said, yeah. We walked out there and took a couple pictures in the hallway, because it was a nice building, and we got out of there and we left, and I got my answer. And the next day I blacked out on Mel, and I got the text message to prove it. Y'all think I'm joking? I'm like a human Rolodex. I keep everything. So I get a text message from Elijah. It literally still says Elijah, by the way. I still have it in my phone under that. I don't know if you guys could see it. So the next day in my phone, I get a text message from Elijah that says, I didn't get to speak to you how I wanted to. Now, I already know that this is Mel. Mel put 2 and 2 together. She's not a fool. She knows that I was in the vicinity of this man who has no idea who I am. So I play it off. I say, I understand. What did you want to say that you didn't get to say? He says, are you upset? I say, upset at what? Well, she says, are you upset? I say, upset at what? He says, I want you to know how I feel. It's hard to really speak to you how I want it with everything going on. I just felt like you were hiding how you truly felt about the situation. Am I wrong? I have no idea what he's talking about. So I lied. Mind you, I never spoke to this guy at the party, ever. Never said anything to him, but I lied. I said, I mean, when you spoke to me, it was kind of nonchalant, making it seem as though, like, she wasn't there. She don't know if we had a conversation, but I tried to, I tried to outsmart her. So I say, I mean, when you spoke to me, it was kind of nonchalant. He says, so you assume I didn't care? Lee, I just wanted to see you. I was more happy to see you on the low than anything, so I didn't want to ruin the chance I had, but regardless, I cared about what we spoke. We never spoke! I never had a conversation with this guy at this party. She just figured, because I went along with it, she figured we had a conversation. We never did. So I said, it does seem like it. He says, I was drunk and high. I apologize if that's how you felt. Why did you leave so early? Now that had me thinking a little bit, because I definitely just got my stuff and left. But we never had a conversation. So I said, I wasn't really feeling the vibe, to be honest, and I didn't want my car towed. I was parked on a yellow line. I'm assuming the girl with the all red on is your girl. Laugh out loud, she's beautiful. His girl had on all gray. Did not have on red. He says, thank you. Yes, with the light eyes. You look beautiful. That's why I kept smiling. His girl did not have on all red. His girl had on all gray. So I said thanks, even though I felt completely overdressed. Had I known it was that type of party, I would have threw on my Jordans too. He said, but that's fine because you looked beautiful. I was upset that you left. Can we do dinner? I said, well, thank you. Even though the only 2 people dressed up was your girl and I. Mind you, she was not dressed up. But I said, it was cute that y'all both had on red though. Was that planned? He had on all black. The girl had on all gray at the party. But I'm pretending like they all had on all red just to see how far this conversation will go. He said, did you like what you saw, or do I look far from my pics? Because we had never met. I only had photos. So I said, stop fishing for a compliment. You was alright. You're taken. I can't be giving you no compliments. I like how you just totally disregarded my question, because he never answered the question, and I said, did y'all plan a dress alike with the all red? I said, I like how you just totally disregarded my question. Did y'all plan a dress alike, or had y'all been together for so long it happened naturally? He says, you got a man, you still look beautiful, and if you would have went to the store with me, I would have tried to kiss you. You're more interested in my girl than I. What the F? It just happened. You didn't see when I had on the black shirt. Now at this point, I feel like Mel must have went on his Snapchat, on his Instagram or something, and figured out that he didn't have on red. He in fact had it on black. So I got another text message from him. Literally, y'all, I'm not even joking. He says, you didn't see me when I had on the black shirt. I don't know if, oh, sugar. Hold on. Damn it. There we go. He says, you didn't see when I had on the black shirt after all this text message. I feel like in that moment, she must have went on Snapchat and said, well, wait a second. Let me see if he actually wore it before I continue the conversation. Y'all feel me? Fast forward, at this point, I'm just blacking out on the text messages. I'm making it seem like I'm mad. Well, I'm not, because I already know what it is. But I honestly say, her name, Mel, you are sick. You need help, B-I-T-C-H. I know this is, and I said her whole name. I'm not no fool. Oh, I don't want to put her, this has her name in it. I don't want to say her name. So then I text her directly, and I said, why have you lied to me all this time? I could block you and never speak to you again in life, but before I do, I just want to know why. Be a woman about yours. Why? She said, about? I said, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, enough is enough. I know you were Eli this entire time. Stop lying. She says, a part of me would explain whatever it is you are confused about, but the other part of me stopped caring a year ago. I don't know what you were told. Just take it with a grain of salt. So I say, Mel, stop with the lies. Like, it's seriously sad. Sad because you are a grown-ass woman still pretending to be this man after all this time. What's done in the dark will always come to the light. And it's even more sad because I looked at you as a friend, which is not something I do often. The fact that you know I know the truth and you're still on the lie shows me how much of a coward you really are. There was never an Elijah. You snaked your way in my life and assumed I wouldn't figure it out. I'm no fool. I was a fool. I didn't put that part though. I may have went along with it because the foolish side of me actually wanted to see the truth in it. However, I'm so sick of being lied to. You are a liar. You lied about every single thing. The internet is something serious, especially when I have family members who can track IPSs, which I do not have any family members that can track an IPS address. But I just said it. Why did you lie, even though I was lying? Why are you still lying? Be the woman you claim you are and admit it. After 2 years of this BS, that's the least you could do. You never knew this guy, and what you did know, you used to talk to me and a host of other women. The disgusting thing in all of this is that you received photos of me and actually sent me photos of other men to compensate Elijah's identity. Wait, what now? And actually sent me, oh, yeah, I was getting photos of body shots, but it was not from this man. It was just like random men, okay, of other men to compensate Elijah's identity. You are sick, and if I didn't have anything to lose, child, you need serious help. Effing admit it. She goes on, and we just go back and forth. I end the conversation with, that's crazy that even when I'm trying to give you the opportunity to come clean, you won't. It's more sad than anything because I really considered you a friend. So above all, I thought you would have taken that into consideration. I gotcha. She blacks out, and that was it. She don't really back out, but she says something like, that's not me, blah blah blah, but I already knew what it was. So I blocked her on every possible social network that I could possibly like search her name in, blocked her on everything, blocked her phone number. I don't want to deal with you because you're a psycho. You are a psycho. I don't know if she keeps up with me, but I'm pretty sure she does, being as though she like was crazy this entire time. If you are watching this, you are a psycho, and you're lucky I won't contact your sergeant or your lieutenant or whoever else I need to contact to tell how you were impersonating and pretending and forging and doing everything else you had to do with someone else's photos. Yeah, that's real honorable of you. Sorry, I just had to black out real quick. But anyway, moving on, I really could care like less about Mel. I could really care less about her. But yes, that was my story. I know it was long-winded and a little bit, you know, drawn out, but that's exactly what happened. That's what it was. Anybody could get catfish nowadays. I was stupid, but I think it was more so because another person was intertwined with it that vouched for this individual, and yeah, that was that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. Please do not make the same mistakes I made. If something does not sound right the first time, it's probably not, and if something looks too good to be true, it probably is. So keep that in mind. As always, stay healthy and love in life. Bye.